as those who come here as temporary visitors and overstay their visas. We don't want them. In the 21st century, we've seen one terror attack after another carried out by foreign visa overstayers from dangerous places all over the world. We will not let what happened in Europe happen to America. That's why on my first day back in office, I directed the Secretary of State to perform a security review of high-risk regions and make recommendations for where restrictions should be imposed. Very simply, we cannot have open migration from any country where we cannot safely and reliably vet and screen those who seek to enter the United States. That is why today I am signing a new executive order placing travel restrictions on countries including Yemen, Somalia, Haiti, Libya, and numerous others.
Tensions flared as Iran strongly condemned U.S. President Donald Trump's reinstatement of a sweeping travel ban targeting several countries, including the Islamic Republic. A senior Iranian foreign ministry official, in a statement, accused U.S. decision-makers of deep hostility toward both the Iranian people and Muslims around the world. Iran's Director General for Iranian Affairs Abroad, Alireza Hashemi Raja, said the ban reveals the dominance of a racist and supremacist mentality among American policymakers. He called the move not only discriminatory, but also a clear violation of international law, arguing that barring Iranians solely based on their nationality and religion is unacceptable in a global society. The travel ban signed by Trump blocks citizens from 12 countries from entering the United States, including Iran, Afghanistan, Libya, and Somalia, with partial restrictions on 7 more nations. The ban, which Trump said was necessary to protect against foreign terrorists, was reminiscent of a similar move he implemented during his first term in office from 2017 to 2021. When he barred travelers from 7 Muslim-majority nations. While Trump defended the order as necessary to protect against foreign terrorism, Iranian leaders rejected that justification as baseless and offensive. The ban will go into effect on June 9, 2025, but visas issued before that date will remain valid under the executive order. This move has reignited global debate over immigration policy, national security, and religious discrimination.
The recent terror attack in Boulder, Colorado, has underscored the extreme dangers posed to our country by the entry of foreign nationals who are not properly vetted, as well as those who come here as temporary visitors and overstay their visas. We don't want them. In the 21st century, we've seen one terror attack after another carried out by foreign visa overstayers from dangerous places all over the world. And thanks to Biden's open-door policies, today there are millions and millions of these illegals who should not be in our country. In my first term, my powerful travel restrictions were one of our most successful policies, and they were a key part of preventing major foreign terror attacks on American soil. We will not let what happened in Europe happen to America. That's why on my first day back in office, I directed the Secretary of State to perform a security review of high-risk regions and make recommendations for where restrictions should be imposed. Among the national security threats their analysis considered are the large-scale presence of terrorists, failure to cooperate on visa security, inability to verify travelers' identities, inadequate record-keeping of criminal histories, and persistently high rates of illegal visa overstays, and other things. Very simply, we cannot have open migration from any country where we cannot safely and reliably vet and screen those who seek to enter the United States. That is why today I am signing a new executive order placing travel restrictions on countries including Yemen, Somalia, Haiti, Libya, and numerous others. the strength of the restrictions we're applying depends on the severity of the threat posed. The list is subject to revision based on whether material improvements are made, and likewise, new countries can be added as threats emerge around the world. But we will not allow people to enter our country who wish to do us harm, and nothing will stop us from keeping America safe.
We look at Iran, for example. It's no secret that many Iranians are not very keen on the Islamic Republic. The diaspora has many critics. Is there a sense more broadly that the United States is losing the proverbial hearts and minds by blanketly saying that all these people, just purely on basis of nationality, have no right to come in, rather than seeing them as individuals?
Well, look, this is a national security imperative. What we are seeing is, can we have trust that, first of all, that we're vetting people properly? Is there, in some of these countries, and I'm not going to go country by country, again, refer you to the White House fact sheet for more information, which they've made publicly available. But do we have the ability to vet people coming in? And this, again, has been that priority from the beginning of this administration. Can we say with confidence that people coming to the United States have been properly vetted? Is there a central authority in these countries that can confirm that? Can we trust what they're telling us? A whole host of different issues that are important to figure out here. And I think another part of this is we're in constant communication with countries around the world to try to determine ways that we can have that be the case, where we can have proper vetting procedures, where we can have confidence with who's coming into this country. But again, it's part of that broader action from this administration on a whole host of visa issues to say we're going to properly vet people coming into the United States. Then people that are here, if they take actions that are contrary to what their visa purported when they applied for that visa or broke our laws, they may see that visa revoked. It's about making sure we're enforcing our laws, have confidence in who we're letting into this country. And I believe the American people expect that. I think a lot of Americans watching at home would want to make sure we have that confidence. And again, I want to stress that this is a country by country basis, but that each person that applies for a visa is also case by case. So we have that country by country basis. We have those concerns, but then there's also exceptions that are listed in the proclamation, and each visa determination is a case by case determination.
Just a couple things on that. Of course, the previous administration, there wasn't, this took place somewhat similar in the first Trump administration, and the previous administration didn't have these blanket bans. I mean, was there a sense that there was a problem, that you said that, that there's a problem with screening? Were those problems existing? Obviously, there's an attack in Boulder, but the assailant in that case was from Egypt, which wouldn't be applicable in this case.
Well, as the president said in his video announcing this proclamation, there was a discussion going on within the government to try to determine the proper course of action here, and looking at these countries, a country by country basis, again, looking at different concerns. Visa overstays. Do we have the ability to properly vet it? Are there other security concerns? That was a country by country basis. Those determinations were made. We saw the proclamation. We also saw the president in his proclamation outline the idea of further analysis of these within 90 days, for example, than 180 days thereafter. So I would refer you to the proclamation for more details exactly how that would go forward. But ultimately, what we're talking about here is a national security imperative. And I believe Americans watching at home would want us to have confidence that when we're issuing visas, we can say they've been properly vetted. Do we have that ability? And this is part of that broader effort from this administration to make sure that we're properly vetting people that come into the United States.
Okay, just one more. The World Cup, of course, is coming up, and then the Olympics after that. The United States said to FIFA that basically, that obviously people will be welcome here. The secretary himself said that the U.S. will be welcoming in soccer fans to come see the World Cup games that are here. Iran is one of the countries that has qualified. Will there be special consideration there, soccer fans coming in for FIFA?
Well, there's in the proclamation itself, there are exceptions that were listed regarding coaches and players and the like that I would refer you to the proclamation for. Well, I think both people that are coming and Americans would hope that we can have confidence that when people come to the United States, when they come, that they are properly vetted. I think this goes to the exact same consideration. I think this is part of what it means to host an event of this magnitude, to make sure that we can have that confidence. And again, we're in constant communication with countries about ways that we can see the vetting process we need to see, have that collaboration, make sure that we're having those security concerns addressed. So this is part of what it means to host an event. And I believe people coming from all around the world, Americans going to these events, would want to see actions like this. We take security concerns extremely seriously. We want people to be able to go to